Hello and welcome to the ARCS. We're live here from Daytona International Speedway for the running of the Coke Zero Sugar 75. Well folks, it's been a long time coming, about over a year to be exact, but today none of that matters because we are back for the fourth season of the Adrenaline Racing Cup Series. Now let's get into the starting lineup for the first race of Season 4. Starting on the pole, Theophilus Morgendorfer Jr. In second, Andy Seville. Third, Draven Sandy. Fourth, Cassidy Reynolds. Fifth, Anna McElwain. In sixth, Daytona Ash. Seventh, Joshua Harrison. Eighth, Alma Velgoria. Ninth, Monica Pateau. Rounding out your top 10, Johannes Schaefer. Let's take a look at the rest of the field and get right on into the action here at Daytona. All right, folks, we are live at Daytona. Richard Petty's going to dive off, and it is almost time, the moment you've all been waiting for. The green flag is out here at Daytona, and we are underway here under the lights. Theophilus Morgendorfer with an interesting start there. Where is he going to go? No help from the middle lane. Draven Sandy. Everyone figuring, Draven Sandy going to look to the inside, make it 3 wide already into turn 1. As Andy Seville goes wide. Johannes Schaefer back there making it 3 wide as well. As everybody's forming up on the backstretch early in this one. 30 laps, a long one here at Daytona, but obviously the first race of the season, got to make it 75 miles. Draven Sandy getting really close, trying to block Theophilus on the outside. But the rookie, Anna McElwain, is going to try to lead the first lap of Season 4. But will Joshua Harrison have anything to say about it? I don't think so. It's going to be close. But McElwain is going to lead the first lap of Season 4. And everybody else is spread out 3 wide behind him. They've all formed up pretty tightly up here. I'm surprised we haven't seen 4 wide. Daytona obviously going to be very narrow 4 wide. But Joshua Harrison nonetheless has the lead. But Wyatt Wilkinson going to follow in tow here. Give him a little bit of a push. Give the veteran of Joshua Harrison just a little bit of a push there. Jack Porter on the bottom there, being pushed by Tony Jansen, and that 71 Sunoco car. A different looking car for Tony Jansen. Obviously, last season he was in the 17, but this season he'll be in the 71. But Jack Porter going to look to the inside of that 3 car for the lead. Not going to lead that lap, but he's going to probably take the lead here. So how about that 29 car, I believe, on the bottom? Another rookie up front here early in this one. Good job for the rookie so far. No crazy moves being made, but Justin Vickers trying to push Jack Porter past. But how about Bussy Jr. there in that interesting McDonald's car there? The Grimace Mobile. Obviously, we have the Blubber Vision cam, but hopefully we'll get to see a Grimace cam here. Grimace from the Rex. Obviously, Bussy Jr. not wanting to grimace, getting involved in an accident, but the 3 wide's kind of fallen off here. As you got 2 predominant lanes up inside probably the first 6 or 7 rows here. That 3rd lane has dropped off. But Chris P. Bacon leading the charge on the inside. John Ross Stein pushing that 75. Very patriotic car on the bottom. But so far, so good for Jack Porter as he's leading this field. Fairly dominant so far, and just as I say that, they all drop to the inside. It's like they were listening to the commentator Jinx there. As Justin Vickers going to scoot Porter to the outside, 3 wide for the lead now. John Ross Stein going to push. That's 75 of Chris P. Bacon to the lead. How about that 2 car of Matt Carter up here? Part of that Red Bull team, 2 cars that look almost identical. The 2 and the 15 of Sarah Jones. As John Ross Stein's going to go for the lead here. 5 of 30 complete here at Daytona. And it's been an interesting one so far. A lot of 3 wide action, but they've been able to really kind of condense that action toward the front, but we've seen a lot of passing. So how about that 96 of Butthead Boothroyd? Going to look to the inside, but look who's behind Butthead. That is the man, Blubber Plumber, with a push from that 15 car we just mentioned just a little bit ago. Sarah Jones to the inside. Blubber Plummer, no stranger to leading races and dominating road course racing. He's got quite a few road course races, obviously swept last season at Watkins Glen. Definitely a force at road courses, but we'll see what he's able to do here today as he leads for now, but hard-charging drivers on the bottom. Got the rookie of Sarah Jones. Was in the lead, but now that 85 car of Timothy Ashton has stolen the lead away. Is that Bob Verstappen off the pace? I wonder what happened to Bob. That's not a good start to the season for Bob Verstappen. He's probably hoping for a caution because he has definitely lost the draft. Yeah, he is just coming by pit road, and these guys are in turn 1 and 2. I don't believe we have a caution. No, everything is green. So interesting circumstances. Obviously not able to catch that, but we're not given any indication to what happened to that 33 car, but the 5 car of Burfine leads that lap with another rookie in that 8 car, Eli the Wolf, in the Crunch car, going to take the lead with some help from another seasoned veteran of Robbie Margot and Jerry Funk right in tow on the bottom. Jerry Funk obviously sporting the KFC colors there. A first for Funk after he won, obviously, the Season 1 championship, so he's trying to back things up in the ARCS. He's been kind of on a little bit of a dry spell, but looking to get back to victory lane and hasn't won since Season 1. North Wilkesboro, I should say. It's going to be returning this season, so obviously interesting to see that come back to the schedule. But Eli the Wolf leads another one here at Daytona. And Maxwell Smart back there, and they've been, speaking of that, they've been able to form 3 wide now. Back up, as we did see a little 2 wide separation at the front. It's Bob Verstappen still trying to catch up, but like I said earlier, it's going to be pretty hard for that man to get back to the front. But Maxwell Smart with a little help from Felix Benoit, or the lack thereof by Felix Benoit, as he looks to the inside, 3 wide for the lead. Alma Valgoria, another rookie on the inside, 3 rookies on the inside, all on a train to the front. So how about that 81 machine getting some help from Valgoria there? Benoit's going to lead his first ever ARCS lap here at Daytona in the first race of Season 4. Has had a lot of rookies in this field so far. A lot of movement, obviously, early in this race. As you know, it is a super speedway race, so there will be some action. These 2 rookies trying to get in on the action up here at the front. As Jonathan Remington, as Hammond drops to the inside, a late block on the 1 car of Johannes Schaefer there, that pretty sexy looking 1 car. Definitely got some vibes for Miami. Maybe that car could make it to Miami with a chance at a championship, but obviously we are ways away from that. But Hammond, going to lead this lap, probably over the 1 car. But Theophilus Jr. has been able to carve his way back to the front. So has Draven Sandy. We saw them at the front early in this race. A third of the way through, no cautions so far. Been a fairly clean race. We've seen some daring moves. But so far, as I said before, so bueno. But Bob Verstappen, just a bad day gone worse as he is just losing more and more time to the leaders. Draven Sandy is going to make it 2 wide there, but McElwain going to look to the inside. Everyone's formed up 3 wide here, almost everyone. Hopefully they don't cause a crash here. We've seen a lot of big wrecks at Daytona, and these drivers are just trying to make it to the finish. Haven't even made it to halfway. But McElwain leads another one here, led the first lap of the race, and will lead going into the last 2/3 of this one. Fairly dominant so far. Obviously led a couple laps early and hopefully going to try to lead some more laps now. As Bussy Jr. going to try to cut his way up here. Will he look to the inside? No, Wyatt Wilkinson. And Bob Verstappen's going to make this interesting, folks. He is a lapper. And like we said earlier, he's been losing time to the leaders. This is going to make things interesting and probably spread this pack out. So Wyatt Wilkinson with help from Deacon Gentleman. Deacon Gentleman actually has been a pretty dominant driver when it comes to plate tracks in the ARCS. He's got a couple wins, 1 at Daytona and 1 at Talladega. He's looking to add another one to his trophy case as Bob Verstappen, oh, he's going to make things interesting, folks. What lane will he choose, or will he not really hold these drivers up at all? We'll have to wait and see. Getting really close to halfway here. There's the 10 car goes high, but Bob Verstappen, oh, he's going to throw a block, and he's going to make it 4 wide almost. I thought they were going to ship it to the inside of him, but he's going to slow everyone up, and I don't think he's really going to... Oh, he's slowing everyone up. He says, get a load of this rear bumper, folks. I'm leading this race, or trying not to go a lap down, I should say. Bob Verstappen blocking like Ryan Newman out there, using his booty to block that 23 car of Daytona Ash. And Joffrey Weeds trying to go up there and say, whoa, 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 Bob, slow down, buddy. You got to let the big boys through. As Bob Verstappen throws a block on the 44. He is unrelenting up at the front. He will not go a lap down, folks. He is committed to staying on the lead lap by the hair on his chinny chin. But Bob Verstappen, he's going to get shuffled to the outside, and he might go a lap down here as Joffrey Weed's going to look to the inside with some help from that 69 car. And Blubber Plumber on that inside. No cautions, obviously. If we take a look at that pace car, no lights on there. A good sign for all these drivers. But Bob Verstappen, he's the only one that's wanting a caution at this point because he'd get his lap back doing the wave around. But Joffrey Weeds is going to lead that one. No cautions here so far, as I just mentioned. Something a little uncharacteristic of Daytona, but speaking of that, we've seen a lot of late cautions here at Daytona. A couple seasons ago, when we had the championship race at Daytona, we had a crash in the last lap that took out one of the championship hopefuls. If you haven't seen that race or haven't been a part of the series in ever, I would go back and watch that race. It's a very pivotal moment in the ARCS. Had a big crash on the last lap in the championship race and decided the fate of a lot of drivers, so it's definitely a good one to go back and watch. How about Blubber Plumber up there? He's going to follow the 69 car, but that 75 is going to look to the inside. 69 going to lead that one. We're halfway home here in the Coke Zero Sugar 75, and as we're talking about going halfway home, let's take a look at the fastest lap, the Coke Zero Sugar fastest lap of the day. That's going to go to the 5 car. How about that? Jack Burfine, the rookie, with the fastest lap thus far. Good job for him. I wonder where he's in the pack. Oh, he's way back. He's mid-pack. I can kind of see that green car poking out. How about that? That 75 car is going to try to take the lead. As I believe we just had the switch for the fastest lap, I believe. Oh, it's still Jack Burfine. Never mind. Thought I saw something on my peripheral vision. But how about that? 75 is going to lead another one here at Daytona. 85 car of Andy Seville back up at the front. The Sevilles know how to get it done at Daytona. We've had a Seville in victory lane most recently at Daytona. That being Tyler Seville in Season 3, our most recent Daytona winner. So maybe the other Seville could get a win here at Daytona. Both Sevilles could go kind of into the Ring of Honor here at this magnificent super speedway, but we still have a little less than half a race to go. As the 8 car of Eli the Wolf back out front. Margot trying to make it work on the top side with 2 veterans working on that outside, but Eli the Wolf going to pop up high, and that's going to allow that 41 car of Nicholas Cameron, another rookie side by side. Actually, rookies out of the top 4 or 5 cars, they pretty much dominate the top 4 or 5 cars. Bobby Margot's the only real veteran up there, besides the 2 Sevilles in the 85 and the 83, right there, fairly close to each other. We've seen the Sevilles work together in the past. Will that come into play here today? I'm not quite sure. We still have a little ways to go. Alma Velgoria, we're going to pen to the middle as this. Speaking of the Sevilles, Andy Seville going to look to the inside. 3-1. Oh, we got a crash! Maxwell Smart is up into the wall! And just as we were talking about crashes, oh my goodness, another one has taken out the field, and Blubber Plumber, I think, got a piece of that. And I think Alma Velgoria, wow, a lot happened there in a span of 5 seconds, and Maxwell Smart is done. We'll get to replay the accident in just a moment, and wow, how things have changed here at Daytona. Here's a look at the crash here at Daytona. Maxwell Smart Three or four cars trying to go four wide. Johannes Schaefer, the rookie, making a rookie mistake here. Oh, sends it in just a little too much. And there goes Smart, the veteran. Oh, up into the field. And that's a lot of damage, as you can see there. Blubber Plummer with damage. The 15 car of Jones with damage. A couple cars with some heavy hits, but pretty much everyone able to survive. We'll get another replay of that here in just a second. So here's a look at the accident from the Blubber Vision cam. Obviously, as you can see, Blubber looking pretty happy here. Oh, and as he saw things happen in front of him, obviously his ears perked up just a little bit, and so did his eyes. As you can see, everybody else there with damage, and that's the Blubber Vision cam here for the first race at Daytona. And here's another view of the crash here at Daytona. Obviously, those two getting involved there, going up the hill and taking out a couple of cars. But as that was going on, it looks like they were coming to pit. So pit stops, I think, played a factor in this wreck, as obviously we had one of the Sevilles go down pit road and Hammond as well. So this will be interesting here. Will the drivers pit under this caution, or will some try to stretch it here at Daytona? Only time will tell as we get right back to the action here at Daytona. And we're back here at Daytona. Looks like we've got some pitters under this caution cycle like we kind of thought we would have here. We knew, and a lot of these crew chiefs and drivers know, that they can't make it the full distance without pitting, so obviously a good opportunity to pit now, but I kind of theorized that that caution was started due to pit stops. Oh, we got contact on pit road! One of the Sevilles got tapped, I believe, by the 69 car of Beavis Cornholio. That was right in the Cornholio, right there by one of those drivers. As everybody comes down, or at least a select few of these drivers come down and pit. Maybe a couple thinking they're gonna be able to make it to the end, but I don't think so. So these drivers might have the best chance at winning as the 41 car comes out first on this pit stop as we take a look at Draven Sandy, Cassidy Reynolds, and all these other... Oh, John Ross Stein makes contact with Joshua Harrison. That's a big impact to the right quarter panel of that car. Oh, and Maxwell Smart is stalled out on track. He probably is down on fuel. Or that fuel pump is probably leaking, doesn't have pressure in that car, and he's just gonna... Yeah, he's probably gonna have to get towed off. Hopefully nobody runs into him. Trying to come back on track. So we had a couple of cars coming back on track. Hopefully they don't hit him. Oh boy, that would be bad. But we'll get back to the action here at Daytona. Maybe the action will find those two cars on the inside line. But we'll go back in just a second here at Daytona. And we're back here at Daytona. More pitters coming down as crew chiefs relaying to the drivers that they probably should come in and get gas. So the rookie Alma Valgoria, the leader of this race, as well as Felix Benoit, going to come down and get fuel here as we see Maxwell Smart. He's probably done for the day, but they're going to try to repair that and get as many points as possible. So there's Valgoria coming into pit here. Theophilus pitting as well, or is he coming out? No, he's pitting. So, Makawam with a little bit of damage up front. She'll try to get that fixed. As we see that brave man standing there with that sign, I would not want to be him. Oh, as we got cars side by side, but Valgoria barely beats out Benoit. As all the other cars don't make any contact, and it looks like Robbie Margot, unless they decide to pit, any others decide to pit, are going to be up front here. But how about that? Hammond and Seville with a strategy call coming in right before they got back to the start-finish line under caution pit. And they're going to be up front with 10 laps to go. We're going to have to see how everything shakes out here, but we'll be back to the action in just a moment. And we're back here at Daytona. Everyone's gridded up and ready to go, but before we get started, let's take a look in the top right-hand corner of your screen. We'll take a look at the drivers out of this one. The 75 of Chris P. Bacon going to finish in 36th, 37th, Maxwell Smart, 38th, Blubber Plummer, 39th, the 42 car of Isaac Jacobs in last place. Sarah Jones, the rookie, will get last. And those are the fallen here at Daytona, but Richard Petty's going to dive off, and we're going to have, folks, a sprint to the finish here at Daytona. Some strategy got played under caution, but Robbie Margot with the fastest lap here today so far is going to lead us back to green here at Daytona. We'll see if Hammond and Seville can make it to the end. They pitted earlier than some of the other drivers, but 7 or 8 laps, folks, that's all that's left on the board in this one. As we look back in the field, Weeds is slowing up that outside lane, I believe. A lot of these, as you can see, these damaged cars trying to get shuffled out to the back by the rest of the field. Kind of natural selection here at Daytona. Might cause an accident if nobody's careful. Oh boy, they're getting anxious behind weeds. We'll stay with these guys in the back here and watch as they cycle out. This is important here. As everybody trying to maneuver around these drivers with damage. Ooh, it's very tedious back there, walking on eggshells, a lot of these drivers. No cautions out there, but how about Hammond with that strategy play leading? Ooh, as the 18 car drops down, Margot, I don't think, pitted. Oh no, Margot's gonna have to pit with 7 laps to go. Meanwhile, up at the front, a 4 or 5 car breakaway here. A lot of rookies up here as everything's been stretched out throughout the field. There's Margot pitting. Eli the Wolf in his first ever race leading with 7 to go so far in this one. How about Schaefer there? Caused the wreck. Caused Maxwell Smart to be turned into the outside wall, and Schaefer's going to have a chance to win this as well. How about Hammond as well? We talked about him earlier, but Margot might be another factor still in this one as she's going to come off, or he's going to come off and be a lapper here. But Schaefer and Wolf working together here at the front. Everyone else trying to chase those two. The 95 of Fazwa, Woldthane, another rookie there, and all these guys trying to catch up, but they have to form together. And it might be a little too late. As Margot comes off there, out of 2 is Wolf. So we'll probably see Margot play a factor in the end of this race. But how about that 29 car? I haven't talked about them much today back there. Schaefer's going to go for the lead, as Woldthane is going to tuck underneath that 8 car there and push the 1 car. A lot of rookies, folks. A lot of rookies in the top 5 or 6 here, showing in force here at Daytona. The veterans have been put out to pasture. 5 laps to go as they cross the stripe. 41 car of Cameron's going to look to the inside. That team running those older-bodied Camrys. Not enough money to put toward the new-bodied Camry like Margot has. With all the money they're putting together, trying with this lower-budget team to get a win here at Daytona, it would be impressive. How about that 29 car in that slick OnStar car? He doesn't need to use OnStar in this race after the accident that happened earlier. He's hoping he won't have to use it with only a handful of laps to go as we see that blimp over there. What a beautiful view here at Daytona as the sun sets on the first race here at Daytona, but we still have about 4 laps to go as Margot. Oh, where's she going to go? Oh, she blocks. Oh, a little bit of contact there between the leader and that lap car. Well, about to be lap car. As Seville trying to enter the record books with the other family member here in that Starbucks car, just trying to get around Margot here, the veteran of Margot, with a really interesting decision to block this field like Bob Verstappen did earlier. I mean, I can't fault Margot because Margot doesn't want to go a lap down if there's a caution. We see overtime, but how about that? The 85 car, or I should say Timothy Ashton, my bad, Timothy Ashton, not Seville. Timothy Ashton, the rookie, trying to get his first career win at Daytona. Look to the, oh, and 18 blocks again. Does not want to go a lap down. Wisely trying not to go a lap down, but holding up these drivers here. We've never really had a race that's been determined by mainly a lap car. We've had definitely some lap cars play a factor. Let's see how the other drivers back there are forming up. Are they able to make a run at this pack before it's over? I don't know. Felix Benoit trying to field all those drivers' chances at a win, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get these front pack drivers. And there's Seville back there, I should mention. Seville all the way back here. He was the last winner at Daytona. Not quite sure if he's going to be able to win here again, but Robbie Margot still blocking the hell out of these drivers. No cautions here, 3 laps to go. Oh, as there goes Eli the Wolf. He said this has been enough, but I don't think he's going to have enough help. No, he doesn't. As that 29 car steals the primary position away from Eli the Wolf. All these rookies vying for a spot in ARCS glory at Daytona, trying to get in that storied club, but nobody is willing to give an inch, and neither is Robbie Margot, but she might have to here. And she's going to get shuffled to the outside. The 29 car of Justin Vickers. He's got clean air now, folks. Got more lap cars up ahead, but I don't know if they'll be a factor. Vickers and Cameron, 1-2 on the bottom, 2 laps to go at Daytona. Wold Thane on the bottom as well, so is Timothy Ashton. Those 4 drivers probably with the best chance here at Daytona. Well, we could have a caution here. We still have about 3/4 a lap left to complete before overtime rules get thrown out the window. How about Cameron here to the inside? Wold Thane as well. Cameron gonna, maybe get hung out to dry. He is gonna get, Cameron's gonna use the bottom, I should say. Vickers gets hung out to dry. Wold Thane and Timothy Ashton there on the inside. Gonna give him help. Eli the Wolf lost the draft a little bit back there. He's hopefully gonna duck to the inside and get some much needed pull from these top drivers, but Cameron's gonna lead. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go at Daytona. Cameron leads at the white. Will Wold Thane or anyone else have an opportunity to pounce? And the Camry that could up at the front. How about Cameron here, the rookie, trying to get his first career win? Timothy Ashton, will he push the 95 or will he get greedy? I think they're going to get greedy, folks. Wold Thane's going to have to drop down if he wants a chance at this one. Wold Thane or Cameron, who's it going to be off the final set of corners? Cameron with the advantage. These second and third place cars are going to back up for the lead here. They're going to give one last shot at this one. Wold Thane, Ashton gets greedy, but how about the 41 of Nicholas Cameron? He's going to win here at Daytona in his first ever start. The rookie does it at Daytona. How about that? A shocking turn of events at the end of this one. And in those old-bodied Camrys, Nicholas Cameron gets it at Daytona. Now let's take a look at the fastest lap, and it's going to go to the 5 car of Jack Burfine. He wasn't able to get a top 10 finish. As we look through some of these drivers back here, as they were in their little tiny miniature packs back here after those cars with damage cut through the field. And there's Burfine in the Sinclair colors. As we kind of look through the field here, as those damaged cars come down to pit. But again, congratulations to the 41 car. I have to get a Polaroid picture to him in victory lane at Daytona. How about that? The rookie does it. And we're back here at Daytona with Nicholas Cameron getting the win in his first ever race here at Daytona. Then second, we obviously have just coming up just a little short there, Fazwa Wold Thane in third. Timothy Ashton with another teammate, obviously Nicholas Cameron's teammate, getting third. In fourth, Hammond. In fifth, Vickers. Sixth, Eli the Wolf. Seventh, Johannes Schaefer. In eighth, Andy Seville. In ninth, Cornholio. And rounding out your top 10, Michael Radinger. So good top 10 finish for all those guys. And obviously, as you can see on your screen, the rest of the field, and we'll go through that in just a moment here. So got the lap down cars and, of course, the drivers that did not finish in this one. But all in all, a very good race for most of these drivers. Only a couple finishing a lap down. And that is it here from Daytona. And we will go to Atlanta Motor Speedway for race number 2 of Season 4. See you there, folks.